So, Glass is now in theaters, and this is the third entry in M. Night Shyamalan's superhero trilogy. First there was Unbreakable, then there was Split, and now Glass. And this film follows Kevin Crumb and Mr. Glass, and of course David Dunn. These three characters from the two previous films, as they're in an asylum being interviewed by a psychologist to see if they actually are superheroes, or if, in her mind, they actually are just thinking that they're superheroes, not actually superheroes. It's a fascinating idea, honestly. I'll be honest, the trailer, I was very skeptical. At least trailers, I should say, that I saw, because I liked the idea. I really did. But at the same time, the trailers made it seem very action-heavy. And this is a franchise that it's not about the action. It's about the character interaction, the mood, and the tone. So I was skeptical going into this film. I really was. Especially with the divisive/negative reaction to this film. But before I get into the positive and negatives of this film, to me at least, let me just say this. Unbreakable, first time I saw it, I was like 14 or 15. I thought it was alright. At that point, I was all about explosions and action, so I wasn't able to appreciate all the things I mentioned about why we watch these films in this trilogy. I liked it a lot better the second time. In fact, I really dug it the second time I watched it like a month ago. And Split, I've seen it twice now. I rewatched that recently too. And I think it's a solid film that's elevated by the final scene. Like, the final scene is what makes the film work. And James McAvoy is also great in that film. So, again, that being said, let's get into the positives and negatives of this film with now all that exposition out of the way. So, the positives of this film are the acting. You know, the acting's really good. You have Bruce Willis back as David Dunn. You have Kevin Crumb, who's played by, James McAvoy. James McAvoy is great. Samuel Jackson's his usual great self. The actor that can use just his eyes and, terrify everyone. He's really good. Anya Taylor-Joy's back, from the previous film Split. She's good. And discount Haley Joel Osment. I always forget this actor's name, but he's good in the film too. I like the supporting cast, and I like the lead actors too. I also really dug the score. Like, the score of this film was really, really good. It was a combination of themes from Unbreakable, Split, and then new original music. The sound design was also really good. I liked it, especially in Dolby. Like, it really worked. The bone-crunching sounds, it all worked. It was good sound mixing. Also, I have to say this right now. I'm a fan of the final act. I know a lot of people that really don't like the final act, but I personally loved it. And I know this is probably in the review where people that hated the, final act, they're just going to tune out and probably stop watching this review. But for those who ever continue watching, I did love the final act. I really, really dug it. It was a middle finger to Marvel fans and just casual moviegoers in general. I loved it. I love that this film had the balls to do that, because I feel as though the way this ended, no other film, a mainstream film I should say, would do this. And I liked that. I like it when a film is risky. I like it when a film does something that other films are like, no, let's play this safe for you. All right, because we need a sequel. We have to have another sequel. We can't actually end at 3 films. Oh my goodness, we have to have 20 films like Marvel. And that's annoying to me. I hate it when a film isn't able to actually stand on its own. And I think Glass proves that you can be a third entry that stands on its own, whilst at the same time paying tribute to the two previous films and ending it there. Just ending it there, not leaving room for a sequel. That I like. I like it when a film does that. And this film does that. The final act does that. And the ending in particular, I was like, I had a smile. And I can't tell you the last blockbuster I've seen that I left the theater with a big smile on my face. Probably Blade Runner 2049. That was a year and a half ago. I'm telling you, it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling leaving that theater with a smile on my face from a blockbuster. It's a rarity these days. But again, I know the big middle finger that it's given to a bunch of Marvel fans and mainstream audiences alike. I know not everyone's going to like it. I understand. It's a middle finger to you guys. I get it. And I know I'm sounding really pretentious right now, but you know what? I'm being honest. That's what it is. And if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to get into the negatives, but let me just say this. It's not just that the final act worked for me and the ending worked. It's that the first two acts were a good build-up to that final act. So when it actually happened, it was like, okay, I personally can accept that. You also have to give credit when credit's due because the production design was really good. Like, you really got a sense of ease. The way this film was shot, too, was really cool. I liked the many shots that were from, Mr. Glass's point of view, where it's like his perspective and it's just like going back and forth because it's showcasing the fact that he knows everything that's going on. He is in tune with everything, and it makes the ending even better. Now, let me talk about the negatives, though, because this is one negative that I can agree with about the film. It is very heavy on exposition. Very heavy on exposition, actually. And it is a negative for me personally because there are some scenes that I just felt like didn't need to be explained, especially for me personally. I like it when a film is able to do visual storytelling. And this film doesn't do that as much, unfortunately. It does a little bit at the end, but there are still a lot of exposition scenes. Also, M. Night Shyamalan's his cameo was a bit awkward. But I feel as though that's just kind of in tune with just how he is with all his movies. Like, all his cameos are pretty awkward. He's no Hitchcock with his cameos, that's for sure. But I also thought that there were a couple scenes, I would say about halfway through, where I was like, is this helping the plot? But again, I just want to say this. I am planning to rewatch this film because I want to see if it holds up upon rewatching. Keep in mind, the review that I'm doing right now, reviews change, like perspectives change. Like Split, when I first saw it, I gave it, like a 4 out of 5. Rewatching, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Unbreakable, I originally gave like a 3, 3.5. Now I gave it a 4.5. So my point is, things change. I'm not saying that like a year from now I might hate Glass, but I'm just saying points of view change. We're only human. But I'm saying upon first viewing, I dug Glass. This is, for me, this year's A Cure for Wellness, where everyone did not like it, but I personally really appreciated it and liked its ambitious nature. So for me personally, Glass, it's well acted, it's ambitious, it's got an ending that put a smile on my face, and it wraps up a trilogy that for many was just all right. For me personally, it's a good trilogy, and M. Night Shyamalan, well done, sir, well done. So Glass, for me personally, I will be giving it a 4.25 out of 5-star rating. Or for those like hot sauce, it gets the good old Louisiana Pure Crystal hot sauce. Now keep in mind, guys, this is just my rating for now. I'm planning to rewatch this, hoping in Dolby again. But I will keep you guys posted. Again, no spoilers. But in the comment section below, it's different. Like, if you guys want, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on your perspective of the film. You guys know mine, obviously, if you're watching this film review. So, again, just keep it civil, because we're all civilized human beings after all. Let me know your thoughts on the ending, the film as a whole, and, comment section down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.